of the most beautiful spots in Japan are found just off the beaten track. Today we're going to visit Meoto Iwa, Itoshima's famous white oceanside torii and weathered rocks. Hi, I'm Leah from Edamame Adventures. Last October, I flew down to Fukuoka, Japan to visit my brother and his now wife. While I was there, on my last weekend, we decided to take a drive down to Itoshima. Itoshima is just about 30 minutes or 40 minutes away from Fukuoka and has a beautiful white oceanside torii and twin rocks. I had been wanting to visit for months, so of course I was beyond excited when I found out that we were going to be able to visit before my flight home. Itoshima is located roughly 16 miles from the center of Fukuoka and offers visitors a really stunning view of Japan's southern coast. Since it's so close to the city, you'd think that getting there would be fairly easy, but unfortunately that's not really the case. While it's easy enough getting to Itoshima itself, finding public transportation to the monument is another story. For the average traveler, renting a car will probably be the easiest way to get there. And depending on what business you rent your car from, you should probably be ready to pay upwards of about $50 US for the day. Luckily for us, my sister-in-law was nice enough to offer to drive us to the coast in her own car. After about 45 minutes, we finally arrived. Now, finding parking in Japan can sometimes be a little bit tricky, especially when you're looking for public parking. But luckily for us, we found a little parking lot run by an old man that was just right across the street from the torii. Unfortunately, he was a little bit odd. Whenever we pulled into his parking lot, he was really picky about how we park. And so he started yelling, which of course made my sister-in-law a bit nervous. So he came over to the car and made her roll down the window and reached his hand into the car, grabbed the steering wheel, and started backing the car in himself from outside of the car. Anyways, it only ended up being about $10 for 2 or 3 hours, so it was worth it compared to the rest of the parking in the area. Anyways, despite the slight trauma, we were still pretty proud of ourselves for having found a parking spot just across the road from the beach. Over the road and down a short sandy path, we made our way to the torii. There were quite a few people there already, despite it being a chilly day in October, so we had to wait our turn to take pictures of the gate. This was one of the most scenic places I've ever been. The White Spirit Gate was surrounded by the clearest water I've ever seen, and behind it waves crashed in around the myriad rocks, the tassels waved back and forth in the breeze, and a half a dozen seagulls relaxed soaking in the autumn sun. But as I found out on our trip, this gate wasn't just majestic, it was also lucky. Now apparently if you throw a rock and it lands on the middle beam of the torii, then you get to make a wish. But you only get one shot. So if you miss it, your wish doesn't come true. So you need to be extra careful if you want to try it yourself, not to put too much on the line when you're making your wish. Alright, so tell me about it. What are we gonna do?
Take a rock,
okay.
Make a wish, and you try to throw the rock onto the beam, onto that middle beam of the torii. If it lands, then your wish will come true.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try?
It's not easy. You only get one try.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, my turn. I can do this. Just get a little rock, toss it. Anyways, we ended the day with a snack break and a little bit of shopping. We even found some popular Instagram spots. These are places around the beach that are Insta-y, or Instagrammable. We finished up with some gelato and Japanese-style French fries from a little cafe by the beach. After a beautiful drive home through the local countryside, we ate dinner at a tiny curry restaurant in Fukuoka, and we were even served homemade pudding for dessert.
Like a kimchi. Wow.
Thank you so much for watching. I have a bunch of other videos planned from my trip to Fukuoka, so I hope you enjoy those. Of course, if you want to see more, please subscribe so you can keep an eye out for future videos. Now that I'm back in the US, I'm planning on continuing filming trips that I take around the States and putting those on the channel as well. So this is new for me. I hope I can make some content that everyone enjoys. Thanks for watching. Bye!